in here with my fan.
That's $10,000.
Damn. Yeah. Okay, well, however, today on CoStar it said enjoy magic chaos, and that's what I'm doing today. So, hello everybody. I'm teaching pin curls this afternoon, which is so exciting because I love them so much, and I think they're one of those things that will continue to cycle through time. So it'll be like really popular and then not, and then really popular again, as you know, like how it is with 80s and 90s fashion as well. And I love that part of it. I think that's magical about it. So today we're going to be talking about different types of pin curls, different bases, different stems, and what they actually produce. And I'm going to show you a no stem, half stem, and full stem. And then we're going to go over what your assignment is. And while I'm doing this, I don't have a bunch of single prong clips, so I'm going to be fastening them with bobby pins. So we'll be doing that, and I'll go through that. So who remembers this core diagram? Good? Okay. So this traditional pin curls, when you actually, they say you need to do a no stem, half stem, and full stem, they are asking for you to do a square base, okay, and being on top of it. So that does not have a stem, right? And then you have half stem, and it has a little bit of a stem, and it sits on and off the base halfway. And then you have the full stem, which has a stem here, and it sits completely off the base. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay, awesome. All right, now the next thing that we're going to talk about is the different types of bases, okay? So when they ask you to traditionally do a pin curl, they're asking you to do a square base, but you also have this, which is the arc base. You have a rectangular base, and you have a triangular base. This one right here is great for the fringe area. It just makes a very natural kind of like edges, like those edges that stick with the pin curls that are really beautiful, and they go in different directions. That produces a really beautiful outcome. And as far as the outcome of the different types of stems, if you have a no stem pin curl that's sitting directly on the base, then you're going to have maximum amount of curl, but you're not going to have very much mobility. Mobility means the movement from horizontal ways, like this. So if it's on top of the stem, then right off of the stem, it's going to start curling, okay? So that no stem pin curl is going to produce the most amount of curl and the least amount of mobility, okay? A lot of these are on your state board test, which is why I'm kind of going over them. The next one, the half stem, this one is going to create medium mobility, medium curl, and the full stem is maximum mobility and minimum curl. Questions about that?
Yes. How
Okay.
far is that full stem? Can you show me that picture one more time?
Yes.
That diagram that you were using? That full stem, how far is that going down? Is that just to our discretion?
This?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna demo this on the doll, and I think it'll make more sense when it's on a doll, okay?
Okay.
That way you can see the distance and how I'm going, okay?
Okay.
So when you do a state board set, when you used to do a state board set, you would do a finger wave with 2 ridges, and then you would do a no stem, half stem, and full stem pin curl. And the way that I was taught by Miss Nevergold in 1999 was on the side of the head, okay? So we're creating, I'm gonna get you guys up a little further. Okay. So I'm going to be doing it on the side of the head. Now, what you want to remember is when you're doing a pin curl set, this is going to be something that's going to be by choice. So if they wear their hair kicked out, then you're going to be winding the pin curl in a different direction than if they want to wear it under. Does that make sense? Question.
Yes.
Okay. So if you're going to be winding on the right-hand side clockwise, then it's going to go under. If you go the reverse way, it's going to kick up. Okay. And you have to kind of see which way the curl is going. So clockwise on this side is going to go under, and counterclockwise will flip up. Okay. So I'm going to do 3 square based pin curls on the right hand side. And I've broken it down into 2 sections, and I'm going to do a couple of the triangular base and her fringe to show you. But you have to at least have 1 no stem, 1 half stem, and 1 full stem for your assignment. So I like to place them here traditionally because it looks beautiful. It has a classic style. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my comb. I'm going to take the clip down, comb the hair out, get it nice and detangled. I have applied some gel previously. So I'm going to start here on this side, and I'm going to create at the bottom a rectangular based, square based no stem pin curl. So by no stem, I mean it sits directly on the base. All right, so square. All right, so you have this square here. And the square is about 1 inch by 1 inch. So about like that. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wind it clockwise and pin it down on the base. Okay. So I have a bobby pin. I'm getting it open. So this is going to go directly down on the base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loop it around my fingers like this. And I continue to wind it until it sits on top of the base. Okay, and then I'll do a close-up of it. Okay, so you wind it on top of its base and it sits right on top. You guys see that? So it's sitting directly on top of the base. Okay. The next one, the half stem, the circle part of the pin curl is going to sit halfway on and halfway off, okay? So I'm going to take down my clip. I'm going to take another 1 inch by 1 inch section, and I'm going to make this one my half stem, which means that it's going to be half on base and half off base. Okay, so detangle. I'm going to get my bobby pin, get it nice and set up for me and open. Here, ready to go. Okay, now as I loop the hair around, I'm going to make sure that I'm aiming to hit half on the square and half off the square. Okay, so in we go. It sits half on and half off, and I'll do a close-up. Okay. So you'll be able to see you can see half of the base, and then the curl is sitting on the other half. Okay. Question. All right, the next one is going to be a full stem, which produces the maximum mobility. And that is going to be on my next section. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my square, but I'm also going to take in mind that she has fringe right here. And I'm going to show you guys one of the triangular bases, okay? So I take my square. And this section, this pin curl is gonna sit completely off of the square. Right after the square ends is where the curl sits, Mark Anthony. So right at that perimeter of the square, right after it, is where it sits. I'll show you. So loop it around. So it sits directly behind it. Okay. We have nose stem, half stem, and then full stem. It popped up a little bit though. Let me fix it. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Here we go. So full stem. So it sits completely off the base. Okay. And then the last thing that I just wanted to show you was one of the triangular based fringe pieces. I'm gonna do a pin curl there so you can see what it would produce, what kind of look it would produce if you were dealing with somebody who had some bangs. Okay, so I'm gonna take a triangular base this time in the bang area. Okay, with the point in the back on the right hand side first, and then you flip it around on your next one. And I'm gonna do a no stem. So I'm gonna sit directly on the base. I'm gonna wind it. And it's gonna sit on top of that triangle here in the bang area. My Beyonce fan wants to fight me right now. Okay. And so there you go. Here. And fasten. And so you would have a little pin curl with a triangular base right in front. Like so. And then the next one, the base would be the other direction. And then the next one. And then you can change on the side. So you're gonna be setting it how you would wanna comb it out. So just remember that if you, whichever way you wind it will determine which way the curl is gonna flip, and kind of imagine that in your brain. Mark Anthony, did I answer your question?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, good. Is there any more questions? I believe that the assignment, or I know the assignment is to do a pin curl set. You need to include at least one no stem, one half stem, and one full stem. Otherwise, you can set the rest of the hair however you would like with pin curls, different bases, and how you would like to comb it out, and then comb it out once it's completely dry. I will be available for Q&A. I also am here to wrap up at 6:30 with the 6:30 students. So I will be on the stream, or you can message me in the Google Classroom. Does anybody have anything else for me?